Welcome to the Tropaia and Recognition of Graduates for the class of 2020. We begin this ceremony with the traditional invocation, giving thanks for these accomplishments and reminding us that we work in service of a greater good. This year recited by Ghanem Al-Yafi.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Thank you, Ghanem. Tropaia is the ancient Greek word for monuments raised in honor of victory. It is used by Georgetown because we too believe that brave effort and noble victory deserve to be admired and remembered. This ceremony honors the courageous academic struggles and honorable success of our graduating students. This year, just finishing out the year turned out to be a noble struggle, a battle we waged together in our hearts and minds, using, in addition to our computers, our internet access and learning software, the most heroic of weapons, our empathy and our common humanity. On behalf of the whole Georgetown community, I would like to start with some well-earned congratulations to all of you, as I know this year required resilience, hard work, and many sleepless nights to get here today. I want to congratulate you and your families, whose unwavering support has put you on the path to success. In normal times, this week would have been a week of joyful celebration with your family and friends, with your mentors, professors, and support systems. However, this year is different from the others. It is not ideal, but it's still a critical defining moment of your life that I urge you to embrace while looking back at all that you achieved and taking time to reflect on the skills and tools you mastered that are preparing you for the future. You are graduating at a remarkable time in history, a challenging time of uncertainty and transformation. Yet I trust that with the Georgetown education, you will not sit on the sidelines only as spectators. You have been educated to navigate the confines of history and politics, law and economy, philosophy, faith, and culture. And you have studied under passionate professors who challenged you to think critically and to test your convictions through real-life engagement. As I'm sure you discovered, especially as you learn to navigate the virtual classrooms, we all rely on you to speak up about what is important. And without your voice and support, the entire institution flounders. Your classroom experience was a microcosm of the world today. When was what you learned more relevant than right now? The classes you have taken, every bit of knowledge you have acquired, is interwoven with Georgetown's 230-year legacy. A legacy of serving others, striving for academic excellence, fostering a diverse community, and unwavering commitment to work for humanity's common good. So yes, you are graduating at a critical moment in history, full of uncertainty and ambiguity, but please take heart. Georgetown has taught you how to be lifelong learners, how to acquire again and again the skills and knowledge that will enable you to care for yourselves, your families and friends, your societies, and all of your fellow human beings. Sometimes reality may differ from the plan, but always remember the lessons of today. you can persevere to reach your goals no matter what life throws at you. After you graduate, please do visit us, hopefully in person, and share with us your stories and your experiences. We look to you to inspire us, to show us how you faced challenges and found your way, and hope that you take with you the lesson of being able to find meaning, connection, and purpose, no matter what circumstances you find yourselves in. We look to you to imagine better futures, imagine a better world, and strive for it. Congratulations, Hoyas. Now, it's my privilege to introduce you to the class of 2020.
Good evening, deans, esteemed faculty, friends, families, and last but certainly not least, my fellow graduates of Georgetown University in Qatar's class of 2020. My name is Sara Al-Mtotah, and I am honored to be here today from the comfort of my own bedroom to deliver the class of 2020's eulogy. Forgive me, Tropaia address. But to do that, let me ask you this first. Have you ever been to an amusement park and you ride one of those really big, scary roller coasters? And at the end of the ride, you see a picture of yourself in one of those booths for the whole world to see, may I add? And you're just all over the place. Your hair is all windblown, and every possible emotion is literally plastered on your face. And as embarrassed as you are, you realize you're still happy and kind of proud that you took the ride to begin with. Well, I'm here today to give you an oral variation of that picture and that big scary roller coaster these past 4 years at Georgetown University in Qatar. Before I begin, I'm going to read out some dates that I want you to keep in mind for later. November 8th, 2016, June 5th, 2017, and March 9th, 2020. Some of you might not recognize these dates, but believe me when I say they have been defining moments for our class these past 4 years. Now, to kick things off, let me begin by giving a few wise words from perhaps the most celebrated thinker and theorist of our generation, Drake. And I quote, "Bad things, it's a lot of bad things that they wishin' and wishin' and wishin' and wishin'. They wishin' on me." But maybe this was God's plan. For the old folk in the back, God's Plan is the name of Drake's song. In all seriousness, these past 4 years at Georgetown have certainly felt like a test from God. I mean, you just have to watch our men's football team to believe me. Just kidding. But actually though, let's pull it with the red cards. I'm looking at you, Nasser. I think I can speak for all of us when I say we came into Georgetown in 2016 as excited and eager future activists, politicians, and lawyers who were ready, willing, and capable to take on this world and our generation's problems. But the first lesson Georgetown taught us was to expect the unexpected, that the real world was brutally uncertain. Which brings me to the first date I mentioned earlier, November 8th, 2016. With President Trump's surprising victory during the November 2016 elections and the great wall of controversies and challenges that came along with it. His win gave us our first glance into the unpredictability of the world we were about to embark in. It was symbolic of the uncertainty we felt in our own lives as first-year students. We came in thinking we had it all figured out, that excellence was just a paper or two away. Professor Walth and Professor Oitman certainly gave us a reality check really quickly. We thought the friends we had would be the same ones beside us in 4 years. But look around you. Are they? Yep, the first lesson we had to learn at Georgetown is that sometimes we're not always in control of our story. This became a lesson we'd learned over and over again during our 4 years. Nothing is ever certain. That the only thing certain is uncertainty itself. Just when we thought we had endured our greatest challenges and we were ready to hit that reset button, the summer before our sophomore year, those challenges only multiplied. This brings me to my second date, June 5th, 2017, when only 5 months after Trump took office, Qatar, the country that many of us called home, faced a great wall itself. An air, land, and sea lockdown that took us all by surprise. You see, I'm Kuwaiti, so is Team Everyone. That's all I'm going to say about that, to keep up the spirit of neutrality and diplomacy and whatnot. But we did experience firsthand what it meant to have these political and economic trials right at our doorstep. And just as Qatar did, we quickly had to learn another lesson: acceptance. As we went into our second year at Georgetown, we had to accept our new realities, many of which we were forced to learn in our first year. Even if it seemed worse than we had before, we had to learn that we could cry over what we had lost, or we could accept them and try to put together something good and meaningful from it all. Whether that was switching to a major that suited you better or creating new friendships. We grew and we survived for what many of us still don't know was for the better. My sympathies here are with Dean Dalal, who became part of our roller coaster ride at around this time and from henceforth will be an honorary 2020 graduate. Now, that's not to say that the universe had any intention on leaving us alone. Because let me tell you, all that self-growth still couldn't prepare us for, well, I don't know, a global pandemic? See what I mean by bad things they wishing on us? But it's more than just the pandemic. It's the chaos that so many of us have felt and continue to feel in our lives. Struggles many of us may not know our fellow classmates have gone through. But trust me, as someone who has felt the brunt of life more than you could ever know, you can and will and have survived. Chaos is just patterns we haven't recognized, and all of our most powerful lessons come from chaos. This pandemic very well prepares us for a zombie apocalypse. Failure prepares us for success. Heartbreak prepares us for love. Sorrow prepares us for joy. And while Georgetown has prepared us for life. Now, I know we all wanted the perfect ending to our stories. Graduating in a global pandemic certainly ain't it. But not all stories have a clear beginning, middle, or end. Maturity is the acceptance of simply not knowing, because life is all about not knowing and having to change, sometimes by force. But that's where we have the most power. Taking those moments, that chaos, and making the best out of it without knowing what's going to happen next. Whether it was your 8 a.m. econ classes and evening seminars, or the blockade and this pandemic, or the personal struggles you've had to endure, the fact that you are here today means that you've grown and survived, and that is something powerful and beautiful and worth celebrating. So what I want you to take away from my speech today is this. Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. We need to recognize that life is a spontaneous series of changes. So don't resist them. Welcome them with open arms, grow from them, and nurture them. Except Corona, do not nurture that, just wash your hands. So to my fellow Game of Thrones fans out there, pre the final season obviously, I leave you with these final words. When the snow falls and the white wind blows, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. Class of 2020, I have been honored to be a part of your pack and to bear your tag. Here's to our futures, which may be apart, but never forgotten. Congratulations, we did it!
We begin by recognizing the students who have earned a certificate in a secondary concentration in the School of Foreign Service. These certificates complement the students' major fields of study, allowing them to focus their intellectual inquiry in more depth in particular areas. The following students have earned the certificate in Arab and Regional Studies. Mariam Misfer Al-Hababi, Amna Falah, Sama Khalid Hassan. The following students have earned the certificate in American Studies. Sara Abdulaziz Abdulrahman Ali Al-Mula. The following students have earned the certificate in Media and Politics. Lolwa Abdul-Jabbar Al-Said, Yasmin Aziz Fadeh, Lina Azhari Nuruddin, Danielle Louise Serafina Waite. We now recognize the students who have been admitted into academic honor societies, governed by boards of accomplished scholars and employing rigorous standards for admission to their ranks. Honor societies recognize excellence and achievement in many academic disciplines on a national and international level. The following students have been inducted into Omicron Delta Epsilon, the National Economics Honor Society. Noor Rajab Al-Esmail, Mariam Misfer Al-Hababi, Mohammed Abdulrahman Al-Khulaifi, Dana Ali Al-Rumaihi, Sharifa Hamad Jasim Al-Thani, Khanim Mohammed Al-Leife, Saba Bikashvili, Nadine El-Dahaibi, Salma Khalid Hassan, Ibtihal Mohammed, Manahil Ali Nadim, Hamza Parvez. The following students have been inducted into Pi Sigma Alpha, the National Political Science Honor Society. Reem Al-Khori, Amina Al-Mir, Sara Muteb Al-Mutote, Wesley Chen. The following students have been inducted into Phi Alpha Theta, the National History Honor Society. Sara Abdelghani, Sara Mohammed Al-Atiya, Noor Rajab Al-Esmail, Mariam Misfer Al-Hababi, Sara Jamal Suleiman Al-Haj Abed, Reem Al-Khori, Sara Muteb Al-Mutote, Al-Khaila Khalid Al-Kubaisi, Lolwa Abdul-Jabbar Al-Sai, Wesley Chen, Murchana Dash, Zulekha Hashi, Aiza Khan.
Each year, outstanding students from Jesuit universities around the world are admitted to the Jesuit Honor Society, Alpha Sigma Nu. Students are selected for membership based on their academic achievement and a demonstrated spirit of generous service. The following students have been inducted into Alpha Sigma Nu. Noor Rajab Al-Esmail, Wesley Chen, The oldest and most prestigious honor society in America is Phi Beta Kappa. Founded in 1776, Phi Beta Kappa is dedicated to the principle of liberty and the free and unrestricted pursuit of academic inquiry. Fewer than 1% of graduates from American universities are invited to membership each year. The following students have been inducted into Phi Beta Kappa: Noor Rajab Al-Ismail, Dana Ali Al-Rumaihi, Ghanem Muhammad Al-Yafai, Wesley Chen, Nadine Al-Dahabi. Like other universities around the world, Georgetown places a Latin phrase on the diplomas of students who have earned high grades throughout their undergraduate careers. This special honor is awarded in 3 ranks. They are, in ascending order, cum laude, with praise, magna cum laude, with great praise, and summa cum laude, with highest praise. The following graduates have earned Latin honors: cum laude, with honor, Sara Muteb Al-Matota; magna cum laude, with great honor, Dana Ali Al-Rumaihi, Ghanem Muhammad Al-Yafai, Wesley Chen; summa cum laude, with highest honor, Noor Rajab Al-Ismail, Nadine Al-Dahabi.
Every year, students distinguish themselves in the major by completing a thesis. For their efforts, these students are awarded honors in their chosen major, and this fact is noted on their academic transcript. Students who earn honors in the major will also be presented with a book selected specifically for them by their faculty mentor. The following students have earned honors in the Culture and Politics major: Sara Abdel Ghani, Aiza Khan, The following students have earned honors in the International Economics major: Noor Rajab Al-Ismail, Nadine Al-Dahabi, Salma Khalid Hassan, The following students have earned honors in the International History major: Sara Muhammad Al-Atiyya, Morjhana Dash, The following students have earned honors in the International Politics major: Al-Anud Salih Al-Kuwari, Amina Al-Mir, Wesley Chen.
It is my pleasure to present the Faculty Awards, which recognize outstanding students in each of the certificates and majors, as well as overall scholarly achievement. The Katrina Kirolhiko Award for Excellence in Culture and Politics is presented to a graduating senior who majored in Culp and who has demonstrated excellent performance through written work, cumulative grade point average, leadership, and other markers of academic success in Culp-related coursework or activities. The recipient is Sara Abdel Ghani. The International Economics Outstanding Student Award is presented to a graduating senior who majored in IECO and who has demonstrated excellent performance through written work, cumulative grade point average, leadership, and other markers of academic success in IECO-related coursework or activities. The recipient is Nadine Al-Dahabi. The International History Outstanding Student Award is presented to a graduating senior who majored in IHIS and who has demonstrated excellent performance through written work, cumulative grade point average, leadership, and other markers of academic success in IHIS-related coursework or activities. The recipient is Murchana Das. The International Politics Outstanding Student Award is presented to a graduating senior who majored in IPOL and who has demonstrated excellent performance through written work, cumulative grade point average, leadership, and other markers of academic success in IPOL-related coursework or activities. The recipient is Reem Al-Khouri. The Certificate in American Studies Award honors the graduating senior who, in the judgment of GUQ faculty members, has written an outstanding thesis. The recipient is Sarah Abdulaziz Abdulrahman Ali Al-Mullah. The Certificate in Media and Politics Award honors the graduating senior who, in the judgment of GUQ faculty members, has produced an outstanding thesis or e-portfolio. The recipient is Lulwa Abdul-Jabbar Al-Saik. The Abu Hamid Al-Ghazali Faculty Award honors the student who is among the top 5 students in terms of academic average, has international exposure, and has demonstrated leadership outside the classroom. The recipient is Noor Rajab Al-Ismail. And now to present the Dean's Medal, Dean Ahmed Dalal.
Congratulations to all of our National Honor Society, honors in the majors, and faculty award winners. The Dean's Medal is given to the graduating senior who earns the highest scholastic average during his or her undergraduate study at Georgetown University in Qatar. This year's recipient is truly outstanding. Not only did she manage to earn the highest GPA, she was an undergraduate teaching assistant and was an active participant in various clubs and activities. Academically, in her honors thesis, she explored the links between globalization and educational attainment in developing countries. She was selected to become a member of Alpha Sigma Nu and Phi Beta Kappa, and was the recipient of various other awards and achievements for her exceptional work. Perhaps most amazingly, she did all this while making the transition to motherhood, with all the additional responsibilities and time constraints that entails. She personifies intelligence, perseverance, dedication, a hard work ethic, and above all, humility and kindness. The winner of the 2020 Dean's Medal is Noor Al-Ismail.
On behalf of the class of 2020, I present the Senior Student Appreciation Award to Rana Saad. Rana is, without a doubt, one of the most hard-working staff members at Georgetown. She shares a long history with the university dating back to 2006 when she was first employed. Ever since then, she has remained an integral part of everyone's Georgetown experience. Rana is dedicated to her work and the responsibilities she has both to students and faculty members. Today, we honor her commitment, her optimism, and the little bowl of chocolates that she always keeps full in her office with this award. Thank you and congratulations, Rana. This year's Faculty of the Year award goes to, drumroll please, Professor Rory Miller. Professor Miller holds a unique place among Georgetown's professorial pantheon. Professor Miller's commanding presence, enthralling storytelling, and impressive erudition has left a lasting impression on the graduating class of 2020. He was always, without a fail, organized, responsive, patient, and gifted when it comes to explaining complex topics and nuances. Professor Miller's mentorship and tutelage have instilled in his students a strong work ethic and a ravenous curiosity. His classes have been called interesting, demanding, and at times difficult, but never dull. Thank you and congratulations, Professor Miller.
The Office of Student Development recognizes the accomplishments of Georgetown students with our annual Senior Awards. While we are proud to honor each of your individual achievements, we wish to recognize a few exceptional contributions to our community through the following awards. The Ambassador Award is presented to the senior who has had the most notable engagement with the wider community outside of GUQ during his or her time as a student. The recipient has shared her smile and represented Georgetown proudly as a selected member of the Ambassador Society, a youth advocate for education above all, through her involvement with WISE, as an intern at MOFA, and in numerous other forums in Qatar. We are proud to name Alanud Al-Kawari as this year's recipient. The Georgetown Leadership Award is presented to the senior who has demonstrated excellent leadership in the co-curricular life of GUQ. This student has led Model United Nations, Honor Council, Escape, and New Student Orientation. She leaves her mark with a new club she helped create, Hoyas Beyond the Margins, which has tackled some of the issues that students face and created an avenue for positive and inclusive change. It is with great pride that we present this award to Aiza Khan. The Georgetown Engagement Award is presented to the senior who has taken full advantage of the co-curricular life at GUQ through a variety of activities. The awardee started her first club even before she walked into her first class. She continued to work with and establish other clubs and organizations on campus, joined the Student Government Association, and represented our university at various local and international debates. The senior who, in her words, needs no introduction is Amina Elmir. The Community and Diversity Award is presented to the senior who has exemplified the Jesuit value of community and diversity by working towards strengthening the student life and fabric of the community at Georgetown University. This graduate readily volunteers for and engages with important initiatives, such as the Title IX Working Group, the Ambassador Society, and the Sustainability Club. She even jumped in to chair an MUN committee, although she was studying abroad the previous semester, and was a student to rely on during a Zones of Conflict, Zones of Peace trip. I congratulate Salma Khalid Hassan for her positive attitude and humble approach to changing the world. The Blue and Gray Award is presented to the senior who most embodies Georgetown's core values and ethos. This award is characterized by excellence in all aforementioned categories. Ever since her freshman year, this student was involved in a series of community projects, including assisting with the painting of the student lounge. She has been a part of the MUN leadership every year and has co-led one of our most successful new student orientations. In addition, she created or advanced value-focused clubs and initiatives, such as the Diversity Initiative, the Future is Female, and the Women's Society. Nina Nuruldin, thank you for all your service to our community, and we look forward to your continued engagement. The Georgetown Leadership Track encourages students to participate in various Georgetown and community programs and activities that develop their leadership competencies through experiential learning, engagement, and reflection. We are proud to recognize the 2020 Georgetown Leadership Track recipients: Sarah Mutaib Al-Motote, Gold; Aiza Khan, Silver; Noor Rajab Al-Ismail, Bronze; Ibtihal Muhammad, Copper; Sara Alatiya, Copper.
CEP in 2018, where we took a trip to Greece and Lesbos, and we helped out at a refugee camp. And it was an incredible learning experience that me and my friends shared, and it was really transformative.
When we were taking the senior picture, and we were on the stairs, and just everyone was so happy because we were about to graduate and we were just starting our preparations. And then we called Dean Dalal as well. And we were kind of shy that we did that, but it was just a lot of fun, and he obliged immediately. And it was one of the few times where we were all there together, regardless of class and regardless of major, and we're all just bonded.
Back in my sophomore year, when I went to Kuwait with 3 people whom now I call my brothers, it was thanks to Georgetown and the time I spent there that I met those people.
One day back in fall semester, I was waiting in VIP for the shuttle bus, and all of a sudden this huge convoy of black suburban SUVs, tan Land Cruisers, La Jolla, everyone just starts rolling up VIP entrance, and here I am just all by myself watching all of these cars come up and, you know, men in suits getting out, and it was just all so exciting and really, really cool.
For the last 4 years as a student of Georgetown, I've had numerous experiences and learned so many lessons. But one thing that stands out would be the priceless relationships that I forged over the course of the 4 years.
What I'm most proud of during my time at Georgetown these past 4 years was being selected as the president of the annual Undergraduate Research Conference, also known as AORC. I learned a lot from that experience, and I grew so much as a person, and I'm just always gonna be grateful for that opportunity.
My proudest accomplishment over the past 4 years at Georgetown has been starting and leading the Sustainability Club. It was rewarding to work on something that wasn't necessarily academic, but worked for the greater good of the community. And it made me even more proud to be recognized by different entities in Qatar, such as Qahrama and Qatar Foundation.
My most SFSQ moment has to be this time when I was wrapping up a paper for my political economies class at the communications office where I was working as a student worker in order to go meet the Deputy Prime Minister. And I chose this moment because it really epitomizes what it means to be an SFSQ student. It means you live a life that's really fast-paced. It means you have so many opportunities to study such interesting topics and to meet such amazing, incredible people, and to also develop your work experience. So, go to Georgetown.
Nearly 4 years ago, at your new student convocation, the sign of your matriculation as students at Georgetown University was the academic gown given to you to wear that afternoon. As a sign of the next phase of your life as a Hoya, you will soon be sent a class pin. With this pin, you are formally inducted into the Alumni Association. Today, you receive a virtual pin as a symbol of your lifelong connection with the more than 190,000 Georgetown University alumni around the world. Please remember that Georgetown is always your home.
The Tropaia and Recognition of Graduates for the class of 2020 at Georgetown University in Qatar has now concluded. Thank you all for joining us virtually for this very special event. Please stay safe and good night.